All right, good morning, guys. Welcome back to another market analysis. Today is July 1st. Can't believe June's over already, man. This month has flown by, and we have crushed it inside of the Pro Discord. Today, I'm going to be going over, what I see the market doing in the coming weeks, right, in this month. We just had that monthly open, right? So let's jump into it. Let's start with Bitcoin here. We actually longed Bitcoin. Our average entry was right around here. And we posted the setup in the Pro Discord. In fact, I posted this as a signal and said, listen, I'm long Bitcoin here with a DCA, and my invalidation is going to be below the previous low or below that 59K level, right? Or 56K level, excuse me. Right, so that was a very easy invalidation. I was looking for that higher low, which it looks like we got right around here. So we're still in this long position, just secured TP1 right around here at this resistance zone. But we're still holding this trade, and I am bullish on Bitcoin in the coming weeks, right? And the reason being is if we go to a slightly higher time frame, first of all, we're still at the range lows. And this is something I've talked about multiple times. You need to treat a range like a range until proven otherwise. Let me actually turn on these swing signals. Until proven otherwise, right? So to me, we're still in a range here, even on like a daily time frame. We reached the range lows. That would tell me we're going back to range highs. I mean, we swept this liquidity here. This is a bullish consolidation, right? This is a bullish checkmate pattern here on a daily time frame. Right? On a daily time frame, we have that bullish checkmate pattern. And if we look down at the easy oscillator actually flipped and we gave that buy dot in the oversold zone. Now, this is very, very important as well. I want you guys to understand something. On a daily time frame, when you are in a bull market and the oscillator flips in the oversold zone, historically, this has been the buying opportunity of a lifetime, right? Essentially, if we go back in previous price action and we look for that oversold on the oscillator, right? So right around here, the last time the oscillator was this oversold was actually in August of 2023. Right, so August of 2023, before Bitcoin nearly tripled in price, right? We saw that buy dot in the oversold zone, and now we're seeing that repeat again. And something else to note is that look at the last time we even got a buy dot on the easy oscillator, right? Even back in January, right? So early of this year, we got that buy dot, and price went up, 80%, over 80%. Again, we got a buy dot right here, right? Right on the easy oscillator, price went up another, 15%, a little bit less there. But this is actually more oversold than both of these buy dots, right? You can clearly see this is in that oversold zone, which historically would be a great buying opportunity in a bull run, right? So again, that's why I'm bullish here. Again, if we look at the price history here on a daily time frame for some top-down analysis, again, we bounced from this level multiple times, and we've held this level once again. Also, the fear and greed index was at fear right as we approach the range lows, which is always a good sign in confluence with that oscillator being oversold, right? This tells you that retail has sold their bags, right? They're selling at the lows again. This happens every time. They get FOMO in at the top, buy the top, and then they get their bags flooded at the bottom, and then they sell the bottom, right? This is a very common pattern, especially in cryptocurrency. We see this happen all of the time. So again, right, this is why I'm bullish, and my target, really my first target, is probably going to be the mid-range, right? Probably somewhere around 67. Of course, we need to, flip 63 and a half, flip 64 until we get there. But this is my main target here from this long position. And that's why I'm not moving my stop loss. My stop loss is now at break even, so I've locked in the trade. I've made it risk-free. But I don't really want to be moving my stop loss up because if price came back down here, my thesis is still valid. In fact, I'll actually be looking for more long positions if we get a retrace. And the reason for that is that if we go to a lower time frame, such as a 4-hour, right, doing some top down, so start with a daily, then go to the 4-hour, you'll notice we actually had this bias flip recently. And this is what I was looking for. We saw that bias flip with a strong close above, right, with displacement above this level. You could also say we broke out of this downtrend as well, if you want to call it that. Right, so broke out of that downtrend, closed above this high right here, creating a bias flip to the upside. So now longs are valid on a lower time frame. So if we want to go to a lower time frame, such as a 2-hour time frame, 1-hour time frame, we can look for retests of this level, right? And this is going to be your long thesis right here, right? Again, the only reason longs are valid here is because we saw that strong break of structure. And this is not a sweep, right? This is a clear break of structure, a clear buy slip with displacement, right? Very strong bullish candles. And we also have this fair value gap down here that I'll be willing to take a long at as well. In fact, this is probably the main level that I'm looking at to add to my longs. Since I'm already in longs, I really want to wait for that full retracement down to this fair value gap. And that is where I will look to be adding to my long position. But you could say this is a breakout and retest here on like a 2-hour time frame, right? We're in a range, broke out. This would be the retest, and then we continue higher. So really, I'm bullish, guys. I'm bullish on Bitcoin. I think July is going to be a bullish month. I think we will at least test 67K, right? I think we will at least test 67K. If we look at some altcoins, we called more longs on some of these altcoins, right? We called a Solana long also in the Pro Discord in my analysis channel, literally right here, right? Literally right here. So we longed that, made that risk-free as well, TP1. So this was another, let's see, 6-7% move on leverage. Pretty nice move there. Pepe as well. We actually made this risk-free, so I believe I might have got stopped at a break even here. But again, this is still valid. I'm still looking for longs on altcoins at around these levels. Bitcoin dominance has been falling recently, right? Which has been better for us and for our altcoins, right? I marked that this would be the local top here on Bitcoin dominance. It looks like that was the top for the time being. Now, we still are technically in bullish market structure or sideways market structure here on the Bitcoin dominance. I do think this will continue to fall over the next few months. If we take a look at the DXY, right, the dollar is looking pretty strong right now, right? Dollar's looking pretty strong. No doubt about that. If we go to like a 2-3 day time frame, it looks like we may potentially break out here, which would be, not so good for our risk on assets. But this could also be a fake out because we technically are still at resistance and we still have this bearish trend line here. So again, until we really flip, 107, I'm not super bullish on the dollar quite yet. Right, quite yet. And then if we look at the USDT dominance, we are at a heavy resistance zone. I'm talking about like on a weekly time frame. We are at a heavy resistance zone, and we already did break structure to the downside. So I think with the USDT dominance following, this will be bullish for Bitcoin in the coming month or so. So, again, I'm not calling for new all-time highs here. I do think we will see a run up to at least 67K. For me, I'm going to be posting more setups and signals inside of my analysis channel, inside the Pro Discord. First link in the description below if you are not in the Pro Discord yet. I do think it's time to look for long positions on certain altcoins as well. So certain altcoins that are in heavy discount that give the 1-2 setup, these are going to be the coins that you want to be watching for to take longs over the next 30 days or so. If we look at ETH has reclaimed this key level. So really, I'm targeting higher as long as we hold this key level right here, like this 4-hour, even like a 6-hour support zone, right? This is the main level that I want to see ETH hold. You can look for more longs at around this level. Look at the price history here, very clear price history, and we have reclaimed this level. So, I am bullish on ETH and I am targeting higher on ETH as well, probably these highs and these highs before the end of the month, right? Especially with the ETH ETFs that will launch supposedly within the next week or so. But that is it for me. Hope you guys enjoy this market analysis. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and I'll see you guys next video.